how's it going? This is Tim, bringing you guys the Daily Deals with Tim, where I talk about tech, crypto, and stock deals, all for you guys. And before I start, this is my personal opinion and not a financial advice. So again, one more thing. Sometimes the videos I post are a couple hours away or even a day away because I want to separate my videos and not upload everything at once. So sorry if the prices are a little different, but my points still stay the same. Alright, so for today, we're going to talk about the 1 month progress of Litecoin. And if you guys didn't know, I'm a huge fan of Litecoin because I like the simplicity of the coin as well as the main face behind it, Charlie Lee. He's a solid guy for the team, and the function of the Litecoin, because it is I think 4 times faster than Bitcoin, has what was the other stuff, and it has more, it's faster and lower fee, and I think it has a lot more coin as well. So now Litecoin, if you look at it right now on cryptocurrency market cap, it's at 64.81, around 5.45% up, and the market cap is at 3.4 million. The volume is at 600 million around, with circulating supply of 52.8 million Litecoins and max supply at 84 million Litecoins. So it is getting up there. The supply is getting up there pretty quick. And let's see, so I want to look at the month progression of Litecoin because that's when I really, maybe a couple months ago, I started really looking into Litecoin, but I really enjoy the progress of Litecoin, the ups and downs it has. And when there are people buying, there's always people selling, so there's always that. So it's not just a straight up or a straight down or just a neutral market, but it's always a up and down, but overall trend is a pretty good rise. So as we start here around August 11th, the price was at $47 with market cap of or estimated 2.5 million. It's not too bad. So at 47, and I remember when during these times that I was kind of curious about Litecoin, because as you can see, it like very rarely changes its price. It was from around 42 to 47, around there, and it kept just going up and down and stabilizing price. So I was kind of surprised, and because a lot of the other coins were going way up and then way down. There's a lot of pump and dump schemes around there too, where coin would just rise really high by all these whales, and then they would sell high, and then people would get all these losses. However, for Litecoin, it was a stable coin where there was almost an equal number of buyer to sellers. So this was a pretty stabilized market. And then so it hit around 45 and just stabilized in there, and then before the 23rd, it went pretty up. All right, I think, I can't remember too much, but I think this is when Charlie Lee, the face behind Litecoin, announced through his Twitter that they were going to be integrating Lightning Network and Atomic Swap soon. So that is the exchange between Litecoin and Bitcoin, where it's an instantaneous exchange with low fees involved. So once that news hit, I think it went up to, it broke the 50, and then it was stabilizing around there 50. And then yeah, so it was stabilized again at 50, so there was no really ups and downs. It stabilized, and then I think there was more news hit, or just the market itself was a bullish market, so it kept rising from 26 and then going up a little more, stabilize again, and then up. Now this rise here from around $60, it went all the way up to, I think, 90. Yeah, it went up to 90. It broke 90. I remember that. So within a couple of days, it broke crazy amount of dollars, around $30. That's That's a 50% increase from $60. And I feel like Litecoin had a pretty good trend going on, but this increase right here was a bit of a too quick of an increase in my opinion, because what I like to see is maybe like a 5 or 10% increase each day, or maybe a week each week, so that there is a gradual rise. However, if there is a big increase within a couple of days, then there's always is a big fall continuing after it. And as you can see, once you hit that $90 mark, kind of drops down to 80 again, or drops to 73 and then stabilizes at 80. And then this is when the China news hit, where there was a FUD spreading, a fear, uncertainty, and doubt about that some Chinese national are not going to be able to exchange at China anymore. And once that fear hit, I think a lot of Chinese investor was fearful and started dropping the Litecoin. And I learned through this process that China is actually a big part of cryptocurrency, because once China started dropping, it affected globally around all the other coins, and not just the Litecoin, but altcoins and Bitcoin as well. So it drops to 65 around there, and then I think people are recovering from the news or the rumor, and so they kept rising again a little bit at a time and hit around the 80 mark. That's a stabilizing point, and I feel that this would have continued on with the gradual rise, but there was another hit. And then this time, a Chinese official came out saying that some of the exchanges are going to be shut down for temporarily, I believe, on because of the Chinese ICOs, and even a couple of the completed ICOs, they're going to not be restricted from the exchanges. And the news came out, and there was an official statement from the People Bank of China, and it basically said that ICOs had to be restricted for now, and that they could be reinstated, but they would have to go through a process or need a certificate to be certified as an ICO, instead of just being willy-nilly about every ICO being able to fundraise millions, billions of dollars. So that scams kind of wouldn't happen. So when other news came down, man, it dropped to $60. That's a pretty big drop here, from 80 to 60. So, and then here we are, it's rising a little bit at a time, and by today it's at 64.81. Let me refresh it. All right, it dropped a little bit down, 64.14. However, yeah, so this is where we are at right now, and I believe that if the Chinese news, if another wave of Chinese news or rumor or FUD hits, I believe that it would go down once again, because the news is very important to cryptocurrency market. And when a rumor hits or some kind of negative news hits, then it affects the price, especially right now, because a lot of the Chinese investors are fearful. However, if there's a positive news that backs or that counters the bad news, or if there is no news at all, if it's kind of silent and stable, I believe that the prices will actually go up from here. So from this point, or after the Chinese rumor hits, I think it's gonna go slowly back up again. As you can see, it's a beginning of a gradual increase. But so unless another wave of FUD hits, I believe that this should go back up, and it should, I think it would stabilize around 80 for a couple of weeks, and then from there on, I believe that by the end of the year, it could easily break 100. But that is just my opinion. There could be a bunch more FUDs and rumors that spread that drives the price down, but I believe that if it goes under 60, it's definitely a good buying point. But yeah, anyways, I also wanted to look at the year progression just really quickly. As you can see, this is a Coinbase site here. They have some charts, and if you look at the year chart, holy moly, look at that. So it started from $4. $4 freaking. Went all the way up to around 90. It's back at 66 right now. Yeah, so I noticed that Coinbase has a little bit of a price increase from other exchanges, but it's just a characteristic. So it's up almost 1600% just since last year. So a 1 year profit, 1600%. That is crazy. Just shows you the craziness of cryptocurrency market and how they can accelerate so quick. And if you just look at the year progression, you can see there just a increase after increase, and there are a lot of dips as well. So even at the $30 mark here, it goes back down to 25ish, and it goes back up to 30, and then back to 24, 25. And there's always a rise and a dip, a rise and a dip. And even from here, from 50 to, look at that, to 40, that's a pretty big percent. That's almost 20% down here. However, there's always this thing going on, rise and dip, rise and dip. And if you guys are worried that this is gonna go down, I really think this is a good trend to see, because there's going to be FUDs and rumors and bad news that spread. That's when the coin goes down. However, if you guys want to invest in these types of coins where it's very secure and very promising, I would advise you guys to buy on the dip. So when the coin dips, buy at this point, wait, and if the coin goes up and dips again, you guys can possibly buy at these points, buy at the dips, so that when you average all those out, it will be at a good price that you have invested, instead of selling whenever it's going down and thinking, oh my gosh, this coin's gonna go to $0. I have to sell it right now. But as you can see, there are so many dips around here, and they are always coming back up after. And I believe that Litecoin will go long ways, and I am holding it for the long term, and I believe that that's a pretty good strategy for a lot of people. So if you guys want to invest, definitely look at the dips and see where you can invest into. And as always, if you guys want to support the channel, click on the affiliate links below, and I would really appreciate that. And as always, I repeated that, but I'll be back with more on Daily Deals with Tim.